Not every woman dreams of being one of your wives. Not every woman dreams of giving birth to some of your children. Some women have their own dreams, their own goals, and they don't include you. They don't include men. You are not the only way that a woman can be happy. Being connected to one of you does not give every woman's life meaning.
So apparently this child-free woman situation has sparked large conversations and debates all over the internet recently. And it all begins with this Caucasian here making a video of how she spent her Saturday enjoying her child-free day.
It's 10:45 a.m. on a Saturday. I am 29 and single, and I don't have kids yet. Here's what your Saturday morning looks like when you're single at 29 and you don't have a kid running around the house. I didn't rise from my bed until 10:15. Every time I thought, I should probably get up and do something. I thought, why? Nobody's making me. I'm not missing out on anything. I went to Beyonce last night, and I didn't get home until 1 a.m. And I danced and drank my little heart out, and I didn't pay a babysitter to watch my kids as I did that. And I woke up a tad hungover this morning, which is probably why I was in bed for so long. And I was just scrolling on my phone and I saw a picture of shakshuka and I thought, you know what sounds really good? Maybe I'm gonna learn how to make shakshuka today. Because I have no plans and I don't have kids and I don't have a husband and I don't have errands to run. I can go to the grocery store and learn how to make shakshuka. So that's on my agenda today. Also on my agenda, probably a rewatch of some Real Housewives of New York. I'm also doing a rewatch of Normal People on Hulu, which is really spicy and I highly recommend. Weirdly, I'm into this documentary on Netflix about blue zone countries. So I've got a pretty stacked day. Anyway, I say all this to say, whenever I'm hard on myself about why I'm not married and I don't have kids and I should be further along at 29, almost 30, I wouldn't want to do anything else this Saturday. And I know that you can do all these things when you have kids and you're married, and I understand, but the effortlessness and ease of my life, just kind of focusing on myself and the shakshuka I want to make or the Beyonce concert I want to go to, really pays off when I'm hard on myself for not being where society tells me I should be in life.
Okay, now if I'm being honest, I feel like there was nothing too out of the ordinary in this video, but homegirl did, I don't know, I feel like she was throwing a couple shots. Bow, bow.
And I don't have to pay for a babysitter.
What else she say?
I'm gonna do this, and this, because I can. Because I don't have any extra
Responsibility. Whatever she said, y'all can call me a hater if you want to, but she threw a couple shots, okay? With those couple shots that she did throw, I would have thought that it would have been women that would have came down her throat. No, apparently it's this man named Matt Walsh. And Mr. Matt Walsh has this to say about it. Her life doesn't revolve around her family and kids, so instead it revolves around TV shows and pop stars. Worst of all, she's too stupid to realize how depressing this is. Ouch. That was a bit harsh, homeboy. I don't personally know who this man is, but he must got a large family that he providing for, because he took serious offense to her little shots fired. I got 4 kids, so I ain't gonna lie. A couple of things that she said, I was thinking like, bitch, shut up. So what? I was a little jealous of her day too. I ain't gonna lie, because shoot, I be wanting to sleep in instead of waking up making pancakes and bacon and bull crap, all that stuff when they ain't got school. Child, I ain't gonna lie. A little haterism did start to come over me as I was listening to this caucus lady.
Hi, my name is Julia and I'm 29 and single. In addition to that, I was also the victim of online bullying by a man named Matt Walsh and his followers. If you haven't seen, or you've made the wise choice to stay off the internet this week, 5 days ago, Matt tweeted a video of mine to his 2.4 million followers on X. He called me things like stupid and depressed, and his followers called me things that were just deplorable. And it seems that 5 days later, the bullying hasn't stopped. When I log into my social media accounts, I almost have to close one eye to just shield myself from the mean things that people are saying. But what's not lost on me is the incredibly kind people that have shown up in defense of me and my choices. And this comes on the heels of me seeing that people can be really, really unkind. So to say that I'm grateful is an understatement. So I just wanted to say thank you, because although I'm trying not to read all the comments, I see the positive ones and I am so grateful.
So my personal opinion on it is we decided to lay ourselves down, open our legs, and let all that happen and have these kids. So we got to bear the consequences. And girl, do I regret it sometimes, okay? We all do. But you cannot hate on this woman and that woman because they get to sleep in on a Saturday and make shakshuka, whatever the hell that is, and go shopping and do all those things that they don't have to do with kids and They just literally get to do whatever the hell they want to do without hearing mom all day. And so what if that gets to do all that without kids? We need to shut up and just watch from the sidelines and not say nothing about it. but seriously, you can't down talk this woman because you don't have that life. Everybody has their own issues. Even childless women probably sometimes have their own issues aside from, not having children, or maybe they deep down do want to have children and can't. Or everybody has their own issues. So you don't know what that woman is battling. Everybody's battling something. I really just want to make YouTube videos out of my yin yang, but I can't do that because I got kids and I got husband and I got to make dinner and I got to make sure the house is clean before he get home and I got to make sure my kids ain't tearing up the house and eating all the snacks and all the food all day, and I just got all this stuff going on all day, and I gotta break up fights because they're snitching on each other for literally nothing when they could deal with it themselves, but they need mommy for every damn thing, and that shit's annoying. But that's my life. That's what the hell I signed up for. I literally signed a dotted line to this junk. So who am I to be mad at this white woman? I am, but I ain't finna go on her page and gangbang on her. Especially a man. You got a penis in between your legs and you go and gangbang on this woman because she's supposed to be bearing children. Is that what her life is supposed to be? Doing dishes and cooking dinner and cleaning houses all day? Is that what our life is supposed to be? No. We need to choose that life. She didn't choose that life.
A young woman went viral here recently for posting a video. Then she was bragging about just how happy she was with her freedom as a child-free young gal. And people lost their freaking marbles. There is this theory, philosophy, I don't know what you call it, this mindset out there, which is basically women need to procreate, settle down, and have families. They may think otherwise, but they're wrong. Because generations and generations have shown us that you will not realize your full potential. You will not evolve mentally, completely as a human being, especially a young female human being, unless you procreate and start a family. I felt some semblance of this as a young man growing up in the American Midwest, where it was just understood, get a girlfriend in high school, you graduate high school, maybe go to college, but probably in your early 20s, you get hitched and you start making babies. It was just an understood thing that you do. What no one did, and what the Matt Walshes of the world don't do, is say, are you wired for this family, babies thing? Because I'll tell you what, not everybody is. I do one-on-one coaching at dadstartingover.com. Admittedly, who is it that comes to me for chats? Men with relationship problems. So I'm probably hearing the worst of the worst here. But I think I bring a valid perspective to the table of showing just how bad some of these situations can get. And what I hear often is, relationship was great. Wife and I had a very hot and heavy sexual relationship, traveled all over the place. We were very interconnected emotionally, intellectually. Everything was just wonderful. And then we decided to have children. And from that point, I will hear different versions of a story where the relationship goes off the rails. I'll hear everything from just boilerplate postpartum depression that the wife never quite recovers from. I'll hear stories of a woman, developing a substance abuse problem, usually alcoholism, drinking a couple of bottles of wine every night to help self-medicate and get rid of some of this anxiety that she's feeling as a new mother. And I will hear stories of women, devolving into almost a teenagery-like state of rebellion and eschewing all of their responsibilities as mom and basically skipping town and leaving the kids with dad. And when you look at all these stories, what do they all have in common? Is that very often when you say, tell me about wife's mom or grandma, you see generational problems. Grandma had much the same kind of issues. Mom had much the same kind of issues. So where am I going with this? I'm not saying that the young lady who made the viral video falls under that category. She could come from a wonderful family. She could have all the emotional tools in her toolbox. She may have everything she needs to be a great mother. But for now, she doesn't want to be. And I can't for the life of me see why everyone is saying we know better than her and she needs to shut the hell up and make some babies. What's to be gained from that?
Y'all need to mind y'all non-child-free business. Suck it up. You don't go and harass and bully somebody because they have a life that you want, dream, and desire. That's your life. That's the life God gave you. You gonna have to deal with them cards dealt to you.
So a woman shares her single, child-free weekend plans on the internet, and the single men lose their ever-loving mind. What she's describing sounds lit. Like Beyonce for the weekend, sleeping in. She goes on to talk about, going to try this new dish that she wants to try, and she's like, I don't have any obligations. Society really has tried to make me feel guilty or make me feel like I'm behind in life because I'm not married yet and I don't have kids yet, but I feel fulfilled. That's all she was saying. But you have men on the internet now threatening to off her because she's happy about her weekend plans. Like, this is the thing. Some of these men are so lonely that it has made them like so jaded and so miserable. The fact that you were threatened to do that because she's happy being single, these are the same kind of men that were trying to justify a young woman getting hit on the side of her head with a brick, saying that you ladies say you're independent, right? Where's all that independence now? Like, you would wish physical harm on a woman because she's happily single. Some of these single men are miserable. They hate the fact that you seem happy without them. The fact that you would be okay with a woman getting hit on her head with a brick because she refused to give a man her number. And you say, well, that's what you get for being single? A woman shares her weekend plans with you and you're like, for what? These same men have the nerve to act surprised that the birth rate is dropping and the marriage rate is dropping. Look at who's out here. All women have ever asked you to do was to step up and to be better. But you want somebody to take you as you are. But you're the kind of person that's okay with a man hitting a woman upside her head with a brick. You're not the best choice. That's why nobody's choosing you. Not every woman dreams of being one of your wives. Not every woman dreams of giving birth to some of your children. Some women have their own dreams, their own goals, and they don't include you. They don't include men. You are not the only way that a woman can be happy. Being connected to one of you does not give every woman's life meaning. She'd rather be single than feel she has to raise a grown man. She'd rather be single than have a man sit in her face and weaponize his incompetence. She'd rather be single than be a married single mom. These women are choosing themselves. It's not selfish when y'all do it, but when a woman does it, it's like, as if we were only born. We were only created just for you and your pleasure. A woman can't possibly have a fulfilling life without one of you in it. Some of these men are jealous because your happiness is genuine and theirs is fake. They want to punish you for being happy without them. That's why they're happy. That's why some of them secretly celebrate that woman getting hit on the head with a brick. Because that's what they want to do to women who don't want them. Like the man who came on here and was like, women who don't give nice guys a chance deserve to be great. That's how some of them genuinely feel. He represents more of the men out here than want to admit. There are some of them that are that furious, that are that horrible, that despicable, that's how they feel about women choosing themselves and not them.
All you men coming for her more than women? That just proves all the misogyny left still in this world. Y'all need to go to hell, okay? Put on your gasoline drawers and go burn in hell where the hell you belong. Because ain't nobody here for that. We ain't here for none of that. We ain't got to make your babies and cook and clean and do none of that unless we decide to. If we want to die alone with our pets, just let us. Mind your business, okay? And go crawl up in your hole with your cockroaches and die there while we die with our pets. Period. Y'all could say nobody wants to die alone. Who's going to take care of her when she gets older? All these things, sure, you could say that. But that's for her to deal with. That's her problem to figure out. Not ours. We just going to have to accept that some people just want to live their free life. Why you mad? Okay? If you jealous, just say that. Just say that. She threw a couple shots with how she said a few things. But she didn't say anything that wasn't the truth. That's for darn sure. Okay? Everything she said was the truth. So, suck it up. You tired of the kids you got? Stop having them. That and mind your damn business. Okay? If you like this video, I hope that you would give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, pretend you did. And subscribe. I hope to catch you in the next one.